Hugo. I'm one of the co-founders of Social Bakers, and currently I take care of the Social Bakers on a daily basis. So what I would like to tell you a little bit in this presentation is something about Facebook and how it's evolving in time, why is it so important for brands, what value they find there, and also to show you some nice practices and what you should be looking for when managing your Facebook campaign. In the beginning, I would like to just give you a short introduction what we're doing. I don't know if you've ever heard about Social Bakers. So this will be just 2 or 3 slides about our company, what we focus on. We are one of Facebook preferred developer consultants. We have more than 3 years of experience with Facebook platform. And when you see the 3 years, you may say that it's not that long enough, but actually it is as far as it was possible when working with Facebook platform. So we were one of the first ones to start working with Facebook platform and trying to develop some numbers out of it and then putting everything into context on our website. We are based in the Czech Republic. At this moment we are a team of about 50 people, and we are still growing as Facebook is growing as well. We are divided into 2 divisions, where one is Social Bakers, which basically covers the social media statistics, such as Facebook's, Twitter's, LinkedIn's. We recently launched also Google+, so you can find it on socialbakers.com. It is a free portal when you find all the latest trends of Facebook. And we also have a division called Candy Tech, which is focusing on creating the digital campaigns. And just to give you a little bit more information what we're focused on, I would like to introduce you our Hugo Baker, who would summarize the activities that we do.
Meet Hugo Baker. Hugo started his Facebook page a while back. When Hugo started his page, he only monitored the fans on his own page. He visited his page every hour to check out the number of fans. Hugo quickly understood if he wants to keep track of everything, he has to monitor competitors. He has quite a few competitors, but what the heck? He has to be up to speed, right? Hugo figured out that in addition to fans, he has to monitor what content works, the number of likes and comments to posts, response rates, and many other things. Hugo decided that in order to be a good social media manager, he has to analyze all of that on his competitors' pages. It took Hugo a while to realize that it's going to be tough, but he did his best. He spent hours every day to save all information from his competitors' Facebook pages. Hugo suddenly decided to stop this madness and open a new chapter. This is when he discovered Social Bakers Analytics. Social Bakers Analytics gave him many advantages. What Hugo used to do manually for hours, Social Bakers Analytics analyzed in minutes and automatically updated it every hour for his and his competitors' pages. Hugo could get a high-level overview of all the pages he monitors, track engagement, response rates, key influencers, and check out content ordered in any way he wanted. On top of that, Hugo saves so much of his time managing his Facebook pages, he is able to focus on what's important, his business. Now, Hugo Baker is a happy user of Social Bakers Analytics. Hugo's Facebook page is now the most engaging and most responding of all bakeries in social media. Thanks to Social Bakers.
Okay, this was our Hugo. This is basically telling about our strategy, what we're trying to focus on Social Bakers. Not introducing new metrics that our customers should be looking for, and in general, which should be looked for on Facebook. So let's look at some numbers around Facebook. Every year we present the so-called Social Bakers yearbook, where we basically summarize the Facebook and how it has grown in the past year. So the latest is the Facebook 2010, where you see the growth to 585 million, where it was about 7.9 registrations per 1 second. And at this moment, it is even higher than 770 million, which goes to 8.2 registrations per second. So Facebook is actually speeding up. You could read sometimes in the newspaper that Facebook is slowing down, but I will have a slide on that later as well. It is usually in just some countries, the most evolved countries regarding the Facebook population. But in global, Facebook is still on a very rise. what we were facing the most in the beginning, that a lot of our clients were saying that Facebook is, it's a teenage site, it's for dating. So Facebook is not a teenage medium. As you can see, it is age distribution. This is a global distribution. Most of its people are from 18 to 24, and then it continues 25 to 34 years of age and 35 to 44. So mostly when you're introducing new product or where you're trying to market yourself on Facebook, you are sure to find your focus group there because the portfolio of people is there. Regarding the top countries on Facebook, as I was saying, the number one's United States, of course, where it originated. We can see that some of the countries are already hitting the inflection point of where the growth will not be that big anymore, as you can see, for example, in the United States, United Kingdom, or in the Philippines. And the interesting fact is that top 6 countries make up to 40% of Facebook population. But if we look out on the top growing countries on Facebook, this list looks really different than the top countries. On the first place is Brazil, followed by India and Germany, and this is taken basically from the absolute numbers. So we can see this globally that basically South America is on the rise, Asia is on the rise, so Facebook is starting to be big there, and especially is Brazil. The number one social network there is still Orkut, but Facebook is really closing down, and as I said, Brazil has more than doubled in the last 6 months in terms of Facebook population. So they are in a rapid growth in the last month, and it seems that it will follow in the following month as well. Facebook is not only for users, but of course for brands. And a lot of times we got asked questions, where are the brands bigger, if it is on Facebook or if it is on Twitter. So at this moment, you can see the comparison on the top. There are the Facebook brands. On the bottom, there are the top Twitter brands. So regarding the size, Facebook still has bigger brands. More people are fans of the brand just on Twitter. Of course, the communication there is a bit different, but I think this gets a nice point. How the brands are using these two networks. Of course, when you are on one of these two networks, either on Facebook or Twitter, the communication is completely different. The worst thing that can happen is that you spend a lot of money on advertising to attract your fans to become fans of your Facebook page and also to become followers of your Twitter profile. And then in the end, you post the same message on both profiles. So basically what happens to the user is that he gets feeds from Twitter and also from Facebook, and the message is basically duplicated there. So that's not ideal for them. So we looked at some of the brands, some of the top brands, how they doing on Facebook and Twitter, and we found out that the top brands are really having different strategies on each site. For example, Starbucks, one of the biggest brands on Facebook, is basically following the strategy on Twitter that they are really good in customer service. They are really answering their fans a lot. Skittles, on the other hand, is acting as a person. They are basically talking how they have milked the rainbow to get more Skittles, and they are saying it in a funny way. Oreo, on the other hand, is using the moment of the Twitter nature that you tweet very quickly what you just doing. So they have a special hashtag Oreo moment, and they want you to share every moment that you spend with Oreo. So really nice concept. And Coca-Cola is following the same thing basically as Starbucks. It's really interacting with the users. They don't post that many tweets as a part on their Facebook page. So they are mostly about interaction with the users. So we all know that Facebook is a great platform for users, right? It allows you great opportunities to share ideas with your friends, but also it is an awesome platform for brands. Just some summary. I'm sure you all know this, what is possible on Facebook, what are basically the advertisement possibilities regarding Facebook pages. It is also the ads, but also some off-Facebook things such as Facebook sharing. or Facebook Connect on the app, and of course the Facebook applications as well. And I would like to just share some of the key points that we are always asking with our clients. When they're creating a Facebook strategy, it should be comprehensive. It shouldn't be just posting on our page. But basically, we always take out these 5 questions and asking them, what is the age group that they're trying to focus on Facebook? Because it is really important to find your age group there and then optimize your posting strategy to it. What are the goals of being on Facebook? What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to find new fans? Are you trying to introduce your new product there? And of course, who is responsible? Because it is very important to have a person in charge or a team in charge who is basically taking care of the Facebook profile, because the worst thing that you want is to have your Facebook profile on and then nobody communicating with it. So because then the fans start asking questions and nobody responds them. So it's really important to have a responsible person, which is basically connected to the last 2. What is the reaction of your fans? How much are they talking to you? What are they trying to know? Because each brand is different. Lately, we see that a lot of brands are starting using Facebook as a customer service profile, that users are asking questions, regarding their services on the wall. And so the brand has to be ready, and they have to have certain people to answer also technical questions or sales questions. So we see this trend in the telecommunication industry a lot, and it's slowly being adopted also by the finance industry and others. Another very important thing are the landing tabs. Each page should have this reveal landing tab, which basically connects the user directly with the brand message. So when you enter a Facebook page, it directly gets you to a landing tab, introducing the company and also incentivizing the user to like your page, to get more ideas, get more information about your page. So what we found out, we have in our database, we have about 2 million Facebook pages, and we ran a test, and basically it proved our sayings about the landing page, because the pages with landing tabs, they grew 44% faster than pages without. So it's really important to have this tab set up. It's just a really easy introduction of your brand on page. And we've done the test on the classifieds business as well, and there the percentage is actually even higher. It was about 55%. A lot of brands are saying that their main goal is to achieve a lot of fans to have on their Facebook page, and that's basically how they measure their success on Facebook. But what they're basically forgetting is the content that is posted on the page. Because if you have 1 million fans and nobody interacts with you, then they are worthless for you. You cannot share any message that you have. So it's really important to have a custom content plan set up, knowing what you want to share on the page, knowing the reactions from your fans back. So it's really important to cherish this engagement and to cherish the conversation that is happening on Facebook, because then you really use the power of Facebook and the message spreads out really quickly and really nicely. Also, what is important to mention are the new metrics on Facebook. Still we're seeing that brands that they want to measure mostly websites metrics, but what we are proposing is to look for another terms, because you really want to know, the number of interactions, what is the engagement of your fans, how much users are writing on your page. If you respond them back, this is really important to know how the conversation is flowing and how your fans are interacting with your page. Regarding the content, it is also important what you post on the page. You have several possibilities what you can post, such as links, statuses, photos. I'm sure you all know that. And we did a test again on the pages that we have, and we saw that the quantity, in the quantitative metrics, the links are mostly posted on a page, followed by photos and statuses. But if you look at the engagement and how much fans actually interact with these posts,
it is almost the other way around. Albums are the most engaged. Statuses, if they are well written, they are really engaging. So most of the brands are linking to their website or to link into to their articles. But in terms of engagement, it is still the one-way communication. Showing people this is the link, and then forgetting about the conversation. So, and it is also visible here on this graph that links are not very engaged by users. They are not well shared, and so on. So I'm talking here a lot about conversations on Facebook, and I'd like to just share why is it so important to conversate with your fans on Facebook, because it is really easy to inform your fans about your new products. You can get really easily questions answered by your fans. So if you need to make a really short summary of what your fans are thinking about or what your customers are thinking about the new products, Facebook is a really easy way just to post the content there, and then it's really easily and effective to get a really quick response. Also, what is important in the conversations, as mentioned here, I really like the strategy of AT&T on Facebook, because they are really active in their conversations with fans, and people are basically asking about sales questions or about technical related questions and so on, and they have a really nice response rate. So the team is ready there, and they're answering the questions right away, which is being shown here on the other slide. So basically, out of the 18,000 posts that have been posted on the page, more than 9,000 has been responded. And the nice thing is that 45% of these responses have been done under 10 minutes. So they really must have a huge team sitting there and just answering, and conversating with their fans. And this is a great opportunity for them, because, as I showed on the previous slide, people are mostly asking about sales question when they want to purchase a new phone, or they're asking some technical questions where they're asking about the quality of the service. So if these people would want to ask it somewhere else on Facebook, they would have to call the customer service, or they would have to go to the store. So it is much cheaper for them to answer these questions on Facebook. It is really easy on Facebook also to identify your key influencers, to know what your fans are thinking about your brand. And it's just not a number that you have, but you actually know who the people are. So you can also use it very nicely in your campaigns and work with your users. Another great example of that is before mentioned Oreo. What they do is they're selecting a super fan, the so-called super fans, and the fan of the weeks, and they use it as a loyalty program. And what the thing is about, they're basically saying users to post a picture on Facebook with Oreos in their hand or eating Oreos. And each week they select users and put them on their profile picture, and then have it for the whole week on their Facebook page. And this campaign is really successful because, of course, you can see most of the picture is just branding of Oreo. The fan picture is quite small, but this picture gets really retweeted, gets really shared on Facebook, because of course everybody wants you to see you on the Oreo profile picture. So this is a really nice campaign of Oreos, how they're using the Facebook fans. Very important thing is saying that you are not alone on Facebook, but they are also your competitors. There are other brands, so it's really important to compare in focus in content. This is, for example, a study we did for Starbucks, which was comparing global pages against local pages and the fan engagement of each brand. So we found out that the most engaged fans are always with the local pages. If you want to have a great community, if you want a great conversation, it is always better to have local pages rather than to have a one global page. So that's, each market is basically acting differently on Facebook, so it's really important to compare in context, such as here you can see some industry selected on the engagement rate schedule, saying that FMCG brands have the biggest pages, but they have quite small engagement. On the other hand, airlines, telecoms, and alcohol brands, they are winning in terms of the engagement. Users are really active. So, of course, if you are in different parts of the business, you should also look up on the competition.
What is page size?
Page size is the number of fans on the Facebook page. And the last study we did, again, showing you how basically it is important to compare in competition is the Ash Cloud over Europe that has happened, I think, almost over a year ago. So we did a study basically measuring how airlines reacted to this situation, how they have responded to their fans, because suddenly fans were asking lots of questions, asking if their flight has been canceled or what are the possibilities, how can get there to the destination. So this is what happened with the airline industry. The most responsive was KLM, followed by Alitalia and Air France. On the last position, British Airways. You can see there was 0 minutes response rate. That doesn't mean they responded immediately. That means they didn't respond at all because, because their wall was closed for questions, so nobody could actually write there. So what is really important for any Facebook strategy is basically build your Facebook presence, engage with your fans, and also measure the outcomes and seeing all the data in context with your competitors. So that was my part of the presentation. Thank you very much.